The Fascinating Languages of Middle-earth, How Tolkien Created Elvish, Dwarvish, and more. Welcome, fellow travelers of Middle-earth. Today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into one of the most remarkable aspects of J.R.R. Tolkien's legendary world, the languages. Tolkien, a philologist by profession, didn't just create an epic narrative with memorable characters and stunning landscapes. He built entire languages, complete with their own scripts, grammars, and vocabularies. These languages are not mere decorations. They are vital to the culture and history of the races that speak them. So, let's dive deep into the linguistic marvels of Middle-earth and uncover the genius of J.R.R. Tolkien. The roots of Tolkien's linguistic passion. J.R.R. Tolkien's love for languages started early in his life. As a boy, he was fascinated by the sounds and structures of different tongues, and this passion only grew stronger with time. He studied philology at Oxford, delving into the origins and development of languages. This academic background profoundly influenced his world-building process. For Tolkien, creating languages wasn't just about inventing words. It was about crafting a believable and immersive world where these languages could organically evolve. Elvish languages, Quenya and Sindarin. Let's start with the most famous and complex languages of Middle-earth, the Elvish tongues, Quenya and Sindarin. These languages are central to the Elves, the oldest and most sophisticated race in Middle-earth. Quenya. Quenya, often referred to as High Elvish, is the ancient and formal language of the Elves. It's primarily used for ceremonial purposes and literary works. Tolkien drew inspiration for Quenya from Finnish, admiring its phonetic beauty and harmonious structure. Quenya's grammar is intricate, with elaborate case endings and a rich set of vowel sounds that give it a melodious quality. Example of Quenya. In the book The Fellowship of the Ring, Galadriel greets Frodo with the phrase "Elen sila lumen omentielvo," which means, "A star shines on the hour of our meeting." This phrase exemplifies the poetic and elegant nature of Quenya. Sindarin. Sindarin, in contrast, is the everyday language spoken by the Elves in Middle-earth, especially those of Beleriand. Tolkien based Sindarin on Welsh, captivated by its fluidity and lyrical sound. Unlike Quenya, Sindarin evolved more dynamically, influenced by the interactions between the Elves and other races. Example of Sindarin. When Aragorn speaks to Arwen in the movie adaptation, he says, "Melonin," meaning "my friend." This use of Sindarin highlights its role as a living, breathing language among the Elves. Creating authenticity through language. Tolkien's creation of these languages was not arbitrary. He designed them with detailed grammars, phonologies, and even historical developments. This meticulous approach lent authenticity to Middle-earth, making it feel like a real place with a long and storied past. For instance, Quenya and Sindarin are part of the same language family, much like Latin and the Romance languages. They share common roots, but have diverged over millennia, reflecting the migration and cultural shifts of the Elves. The Dwarvish language, Khuzdul. Next, let's explore the language of the dwarves, Khuzdul. Unlike the Elves, the dwarves are secretive about their language, rarely sharing it with outsiders. This secrecy adds to the mystique of their culture and reflects their insular nature. Khuzdul's inspiration. Tolkien modeled Khuzdul on the Semitic languages such as Hebrew and Arabic. He admired their structure and phonetic qualities, which he felt were perfect for the sturdy and ancient nature of the dwarves. Khuzdul's phonology includes guttural sounds and a complex system of roots and patterns, which give it a robust and rhythmic quality. Example of Khuzdul. In The Two Towers, Gimli speaks a few words of Khuzdul. Baruk Khazad, Khazad Aimenu. This translates to, "Axes of the dwarves are upon you." The phrase's powerful sound underscores the dwarves' warrior spirit. The secretive nature of Khuzdul. One fascinating aspect of Khuzdul is how little of it is revealed in Tolkien's works. This intentional scarcity adds depth to the dwarves' culture. Tolkien only provides glimpses of Khuzdul, making it a language shrouded in mystery. This aligns perfectly with the dwarves' tendency to keep to themselves and protect their ancient traditions. The Black Speech of Mordor. Now let's turn to a darker aspect of Middle-earth's linguistic landscape, the Black Speech of Mordor. Created by Sauron, this language was intended to unify his servants under a single oppressive tongue. It is harsh, guttural, and devoid of any beauty, mirroring the malevolence of its creator. Inspiration for the Black Speech. Tolkien designed the Black Speech to be the antithesis of the Elvish languages. Where Quenya and Sindarin are melodic and elegant, the Black Speech is harsh and brutal. It is meant to instill fear and demonstrate Sauron's dominion over his followers. The most famous instance of the Black Speech is the inscription on the One Ring. Ashnag Durbatuluk, Ashnazg Gimbatul, Ashnazg Thrakatuluk, Agburzum Ishi Krimpatul. This translates to one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. The chilling cadence of the Black Speech underscores the One Ring's sinister power. The cultural significance of language. Tolkien's languages are not just tools for communication. They are integral to the cultures and histories of Middle-earth's races. Each language reflects the values, traditions, and experiences of its speakers. This cultural depth is a key reason why Middle-earth feels so immersive and believable. Languages of men, Adunaic and Westron. The languages of men in Middle-earth are equally fascinating, though less developed than the Elvish tongues. The most prominent among them are Adunaic and Westron. Adunaic. Adunaic is the language of Numenor, the great island kingdom of men. It has a distinct character, influenced by both Elvish and Dwarvish tongues. Adunaic represents the peak of human civilization in Middle-earth and carries with it a sense of grandeur and loss, especially after the fall of Numenor. Westron. Westron, or the Common Speech, is the most widely spoken language in Middle-earth. It is the lingua franca, allowing communication between different races and regions. Tolkien based Westron on English, making it accessible to readers while still fitting seamlessly into the world. Example of Westron. Most of the dialogue in The Lord of the Rings is in Westron, translated into English for the readers. This includes iconic lines like Frodo's "I will take the ring to Mordor," which in Westron would carry the same weight and determination. Inventing a lingua franca. The creation of Westron highlights Tolkien's attention to realism in his world building. By providing a common language, he facilitated interactions between diverse characters, enriching the narrative and making the world more cohesive. Tengwar and Cirth, the writing systems. Tolkien did not stop at spoken languages. He also developed intricate writing systems. The two most notable scripts are Tengwar and Cirth. Tengwar. Tengwar, the script used for writing Quenya and Sindarin, is elegant and flowing. It's characterized by its curved shapes and diacritics, which vary to represent different sounds and modifications. Example of Tengwar. The inscription on the doors of Moria is written in Tengwar. En indurin aran Moria, pero mellon aminno. This means the doors of Durin, Lord of Moria. Speak, friend, and enter. The script's beauty complements the Elvish craftsmanship. Cirth. Cirth, on the other hand, is an angular script used primarily by the dwarves. It's more straightforward and practical, reflecting the dwarves' pragmatic nature. Cirth was also used to inscribe runes on stone and metal, making it ideal for their purposes. Examples of Cirth. In The Hobbit, the map to Erebor features Cirth runes that reveal the secret entrance to the Lonely Mountain. The script's ruggedness aligns with the dwarves' connection to stone and earth. The influence of real-world languages. Tolkien's mastery of real-world languages heavily influenced his creations. He drew from Finnish, Welsh, Latin, Hebrew, and many others, blending their elements to craft languages that felt both familiar and otherworldly. This blend of linguistic features adds to the richness and authenticity of Middle-earth. Learning and speaking Tolkien's languages today. Tolkien's languages have transcended the pages of his books. Today, fans around the world study and speak Quenya, Sindarin, and even Khuzdul. Online communities, courses, and resources are dedicated to learning these languages, keeping Tolkien's linguistic legacy alive. The enduring legacy of Tolkien's languages. Tolkien's linguistic creations are more than just a testament to his genius. They are a crucial part of what makes Middle-earth so enduringly captivating. By giving his world fully realized languages, Tolkien provided a depth and realism that few other fantasy worlds can match. His languages continue to inspire and enchant fans, scholars, and linguists, ensuring that Middle-earth remains a vibrant and living world for generations to come. Thank you for joining us on this linguistic journey through Middle-earth. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the languages of J.R.R. Tolkien, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more explorations of the rich and magical world of Middle-earth. Until next time, Namarye.